Why not take advantage of another year with a rookie salary? Maybe, Paul, what do you think some of these NFL teams have been, sipping the sauce a little bit? Right now we have 3 quarterbacks with fifth-year options that are going to get big-time extensions. They're going into year 4, not year 5 here. Josh Allen,
Baker,
and Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's representing himself. We had the topic earlier this week.
Dumb.
I'm eager to follow it.
His mother's apparently involved.
I'm eager to follow the story because Baltimore wants to get this done before camp. Now there are talks in Cleveland that they want to get Baker Mayfield done before the season arrives. I haven't heard as much from Josh Allen in Buffalo, although we know they're going to lock him up. But we saw this with Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota. We see it every year with these franchise quarterbacks. We saw it with Jared Goff, Carson Wentz. Why not take advantage of another year with a rookie salary instead of trying to extend the guy 2 years in advance instead of 1? I don't know why you have to do it now.
Yeah, well, you buy yourself long-term favor, and you could still have a very reasonable cap number in the first year because the bonus is spread out, or you could trigger a bonus next year that it really takes off. So the cap number would be getting big in the 5th year anyway with the 5th year option. So it can be structured in a way that this year isn't going to take off. And if you have some room this year left over, and I don't know what the situations of these teams are, might as well use a good share of it and get it in his pocket if you don't have anywhere else to put it, just outside of your contingency money and stuff. But I'm with you in that I know all 3 of these teams are sold on all 3 of these guys. I'm not a Lamar Jackson fan based on his being a different kind of guy in terms of what his value is.
Yep.
Baker's not an absolute guarantee. I like him. I don't love him. Josh Allen to me is the real deal. If I'm Buffalo, I'm going ahead, right? The other ones, I mean, if you think of Goff and Wentz, the Rams made a mistake with Goff, right?
Sure.
It went too fast, too soon. People fall in love with their guy and do too much. And the Eagles technically made a mistake with Wentz. And in dealing him, it was difficult to get out from under that. And they're taking a lump cap-wise after having dealt him. So, if you come to terms and everybody feels like it's a win-win, that's fine. But I don't feel like they should be racing like there's a deadline like you're talking about. Like, what's the pressure here?
Well,
the pressure is you want to avoid feeling the deadline later.
Yeah, but so Cleveland, Tony Grossi had someone from the Cleveland front office on his show on WKNR, and they said on his show, we feel as though there have been enough quarterback deals around the league to have a framework for Baker Mayfield. We're not really worried about waiting to see the structure of Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. But to me, you're trying to get it done so that you don't have to see the framework of those 2 deals because you know that it could potentially hurt you where you're ending up bidding against those 2 for Baker's contract.
Yeah, I mean...
Right? I mean, that's why you want to get it done first.
But Baker Mayfield, wouldn't you guys agree, is shouldn't be in the financial ballpark at this stage of Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson's won an MVP. You can argue against his passing stuff, but they're not. Josh Allen is a better quarterback.
But the thing is, they're not going to get paid based on what those other 2 are doing. If you're just looking at they're getting paid based on the position they play.
Yes. But those guys are going to up the market probably. The one thing is, to me, Mahomes is an outlier, right? Mahomes is an outlier at the 430 number if you're playing with the 430 number. I don't think anybody's getting into the 430 stratosphere, right? Mahomes has to be taken as an outlier.
Well, he also signed a 10-year contract.
Right.
I mean, that's the other part of this. Is Baker going to sign a 10-year contract? He'll get Mahomes' money.
Yeah, is anybody going to sign a 10-year contract? And Mahomes has outs along the way. They're team outs, not Mahomes outs. So it's different. I don't know why it's better to do it now, and I don't know. I fear for Cleveland because it's Cleveland. I think Baker Mayfield's very good in that system and all of that. Not very good, good to very good.
There are examples.
But is he a savior for that franchise at quarterback? I'm not ready to say absolutely yet, are you?
No, but see, there have been signs that they should say yes. There were signs that Marcus Mariota was going to be worthy of a future contract after 2016.
Right, and you waited it out.
Jameis Winston, same thing going on with what happened in Tampa. He was throwing a lot of interceptions. He's also throwing a ton of touchdown passes. It was an exciting brand of football with some of the week-to-week games that we saw from Jameis Winston, despite the finished product that we know now. I bring those two examples up because we know where those two players are. They're not with their original team after their rookie contract. Jared Goff and Carson Wentz, on the other hand, drafted a year later. They end up getting the contract extension after year 3.
Also not with their original teams.
They're since traded. So I think there is a lesson to be learned by all of that. Meanwhile, you're not trying to get into the bidding war for your guy. If you feel like you have your quarterback, teams are going to go ahead and try to lock up that player so they protect themselves from not getting into a year where the quarterback even has more leverage if you pick up the fifth-year option, right?
Yeah, and that's the one thing, right? There's not a ticking clock now, but if you get to the end of next season, then that fifth-year option time is pretty quick. May 1st, May 5th,
and
whatever.
And you see what happened with Dallas and Dak. Like that's the alternative to the argument we're making here is, well, what would the Cowboys do if they could go back and get Dak Prescott under a contract 4 years ago instead of what they've done the last 2 and what they've paid him?
And ultimately, that fifth-year option number and then the franchise number dictates everything. That's going to happen next spring, and quite frankly, it happens now, right? Nothing changes. Those are the key numbers. So things are kind of structured out for you with those benchmark numbers.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified every time Outkick 360 goes live. We are live weekdays, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern, right here across the Outkick network. And while you're at it, like this video and let us know what you think in the comments below.